Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I normally don't do mod highlight videos that target a specific mod. I do modded playthroughs that highlight several mods and go on for hundreds of episodes, but not just an episode to highlight a particular mod. But I want to make an exception because I downloaded this mod called Puzzletory a couple of weeks ago, and I've really been enjoying it. I usually don't get into the whole puzzle type game thing, and I downloaded it on a whim, thought it might be good for 15-30 minutes, an hour, just to kind of check them things out. We'd go through the puzzles real quick and move on. Boy, was I wrong. This mod is tough. it requires you to know a lot about Factorio mechanics, and it is a puzzle game. But yeah, no, I was grossly mistaken. It's tough, but it's very intriguing. It's very well done, and I've been enjoying it a lot. And I figured there's a lot of people that view this channel that might enjoy it as well. It doesn't have a lot of downloads right now on the mod portal. So I just kind of want to bring it to your attention. So yeah, Puzzletory. It'll show down here in the mod scenarios. I think I had an older version of it, so it shows up in the user scenarios as well. Actually, I'm not sure why it shows up in both. Doesn't matter. This is the one that works. But we're going to try to solve 33 logical mini levels. I have to fix a broken factory by several items in each level. And then we'll propose our solution and see if it works. So let's go ahead, we'll roll the intro, and we'll take a look at a little bit of Puzzletory. All right, so we've started a new game. We are on level 1, Broken Belts. Over here on the left-hand side, up top, we have the objective for the current level that we are on. We need to make 2 iron sticks and 2 iron gear wheels, and we have this optional objective to only use 9 items to do that. Over here we have our levels that we currently have unlocked. Right now we have access to 4 of them, and as we solve levels we'll unlock more to a max currently of 33. If we achieve the primary objective, we get 1 star. If we get the optional objective, we get 2 stars. And I've gone through a lot of the levels. I haven't quite solved them all yet with 1 star, but the 2-star ones, I haven't got a lot of them, and that's the one I've been going for each time. I'm not going to do like a complete playthrough. I just kind of want to give you a feel, maybe go through the first level, maybe take a look at the second level, and take a look at what we have here. So we don't have our normal Factorio player. It's just, we have a free camera moving around. We have 2 phases here. We have one phase where we set everything up, and then we hit the start level button, and then it'll run through the scenario. We can't make any changes or anything while it's running. We have to set everything up, then we hit start level, and then it just kind of automatically finishes. And if we meet the conditions, we win, and if we don't, we have to clear and start over. So down here on our bar, these are our assets. This is what we have available. We have 6 transport belts available. We have 3 inserters and 2 power poles. So just looking right now, the solar panels do give infinite solar panel, solar power. The solar panels give solar panels. Solar panels give infinite solar panel. I did it again. Solar power. Words. So we really only need to hook up one of them technically, but we've got a pole here that's got all that covered. We've got a pole there that's got all that covered. We just need to get power to this inserter to make that work, and these inserters down here. So the way I've been approaching this is to kind of work it from the back and just see the ones that we absolutely need. This looks okay to me. Over here, we are missing an inserter here. So at a minimum, we will have to put an inserter right there to make that work. All right. And we've got some holes in the belt here that we're going to need to patch up. So let's see. Do we have enough belt? Of course we don't. That's not going to work at all. Let's see. We're going to need... If we do that right there, we can put an inserter right there and an inserter right there, and that would work. And then We can power that, and then we can power those. And I believe that should work, right? We're over our max 9 items, but let's just see if we can do the objective with that. I believe that should work. Well, actually, it might not. We might just have to go into the end of time until that. Let's see if we can make that work a little bit better. Let's take the time out. If we switched those two, I think that might work. Because that would put more throughput here and then limit the throughput coming through there. The other one would work eventually once that chest got filled. No, it may not because we actually have limited iron here. But now, yeah, we've limited the throughput there. Okay, we won. We accomplished that goal. All right, let's go back to building and let's see if we can't trim this down a little bit. We currently are using 11 items. This one is necessary. We need that. Let's take these out because they are not. That one's probably necessary. If we just filled in that one there, that gives us 6 items. Seven, 8, 9. And then we don't have enough for the power pole. If we did that right there, that's 6, 7, 8, because they'll pick up off of that square right there. And then we just need a power pole. We can't power both of these inserters, but this one has 100 iron in it. This one has 100 iron in it. We only need 4 items, so we don't need to do that right there. So that right there gives us 9 items. And I believe that might work. Eventually. That will eventually start to back up. And once it does, that'll send it that way. And we get our 2 stars. Not always apparent. All right, so that's level 1, solved with 2 stars. There may be other ways to do it as well, but with how well this thing is put together, I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's move on to level 2 and just take a look at it. Copper cables, we need 2. We need 2 iron sticks. The problem we have here is that this is going to put iron on the outside of the belt. This is going to put copper on the outside of the belt. So we're going to have copper on the top, iron on the bottom. This inserter is going to prefer the inside of the belt, so it's going to grab the copper, and this one's going to prefer the iron since it's closer, so it's going to go out like that. So, yeah, let's just confirm that. Let's see, we have power, we have a substation. That looks like an obvious place for it. Let's just confirm that that is the case. Yeah, exactly. So, in order to get this to work... If I did that right there, and that right there, That's going to mix the belt, but we only need 2 items, so I think it should be good enough to where the inserters can grab them. Or actually, it's faster. All right, so that was the win there. But the bonus objective is to do it with 3 items. So that's basically 2 inserters. The substation has to be there because we have to power everything. So that's guaranteed 1 item. We have a long-handed inserter and regular inserters. Why would the long-handed inserter be included if it wasn't used, right? I never solved this one to 2 stars, just so you're aware. Okay, if we put a long-handed inserter right there, that's going to grab copper up there, and then that will grab the copper and bring it down there. That should be enough to get that going. What about... How are we going to get iron down there, though? That's going to be the question. Let's just confirm that that will work. Okay, yeah, so that gives us our copper there. We need to get iron up here, though. We could flip that, but then that just reverses the problem. All right, so let's just take a look at this. We need iron up there. We could do something like this to snag the copper off. Okay, I was hoping that would give him a chance to grab it, but it's not going to work, is it? That buys a little bit of time, but then we're stuck. We still don't... This guy's never going to grab copper. What happens when it backs up? Okay, he did get copper there. Hold on, let me see that again. That gets enough right there. See, this is what I'm talking about. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy and straightforward. And generally, the level 1 stars for this mod generally are pretty straightforward. But then you get into and then you get into the 2 stars. It makes it a little bit interesting. I mean, we can't get rid of the substation. The substation is a requirement. We could potentially move it like up there because we can get infinite power out of that solar panel, but that doesn't give us anything. Moving that to a different location, does that give us anything? Not really. What is... Okay, you're not gonna be able to grab them. You have priority over that. Let's flip that way. And then this one had the priority, right? But that's just gonna flip that, so it's not gonna make a difference at all if we put that there. I've spent a couple of hours, I think, trying to solve this one. I can't get this one. I can't get this one to 2. I'd be curious for your input. But that's the game. That's the game, and it doesn't get easier than this. We take a look at level 3 here. This is a very interesting one. We have the materials coming in on the belt. They're obviously going to the wrong machines. And we just have to place the inserters and time them in such a way to get them into the correct places that they go, just sending them up and down on these little areas. We have filter inserters and regular inserters. The bonus objective is to not use filter inserters. This is one that I actually did. I was proud of myself. This is a tough one here, one that I had a lot of fun with. Never finished it. I got level 1, not level 2, but we have to make a rocket launcher and electric mining drill in this tiny little space. Reminds me of some of my Factorio playthroughs where I try to fit stuff in small, kind of like a Warp Torio thing where you're trying to fit things in spaghetti as small as possible. Really, really fun one. This one's great for dealing with underground belts and how that works. We got to get some copper cables from here all the way to here, and we just have a limited number of underground belts in order to do that. And it's really one of the really things that I really like about this mod is it kind of leads you, and you're just like, oh, all I have to do is this. But then there'll just be one tile that'll be wrong. They've thought of everything. You can see that they just did a really, really good job with it. And all red chests are equal. We have to fill up chests using 3 fast inserters and 3 bits of belt. And at the end of the day, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 belts to make that work, and 1, 2, 3 inserters. So we have enough inserters, but we're actually missing 1 belt piece for that to work straightforwardly. But it's a really good mod. I don't want to go through and play through. As I mentioned, I've done several of the levels. They're all fairly challenging, and for the number 2 stars, I think I've maybe got those on, I'm gonna say like maybe 30% of them, and that's after several hours of gameplay. It's one that I've really, really enjoyed though. So check it out. There will be a link in the description, and thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.